Hello and welcome. This is Kristen from the Online Selling Show, and I am here with a part 2 for this phenomenal day I had of shopping. This did happen a couple of weeks ago, and in the editing I realized how long the video was going to be. I got up super early on this day, hit what was like a flea market type of style of a sale. It was happening at a charter school, and the tables were rented by the each person, however many you wanted. That video I'll try and put down below. I left there with the intent to go to a town-wide sale in my somewhat local area. And on the way was this estate sale that I knew was happening. And I just was intended to kind of get in and run in real quick and get out. But I did so well that when I left, I knew, if you're looking at me today, I literally just get out of the shower. It is Halloween when I'm making the second introductory video here. I knew that our wholesale business was just going to be getting too busy. That for me, having just had a weekend the week before where I hit a really good sale and a yard sale and an estate sale with a lot of stuff, and then I hit this one for this day between the two sales, I was kind of in overwhelmed at this point. I was in over my head. So I really got out of that sale and said, you know what? Enough's enough. You got enough good stuff. So I called a friend because there was going to be this 2:00 vintage Christmas yard sale, and I couldn't say no to that. I wasn't that overwhelmed, all right? I'm not that dumb. So I was going to go, and I said, I'm going to be in the area. Would you want to meet for some coffee or tea? I got some things I think you may be interested in. She likes to do stopgap animation with Barbie dolls. And I bought these little mini brand foods and toys. And I thought maybe she would want them. I said, why don't we meet? You can go through them, take what you want. And, I only have it was a couple of hours. Yeah, well, that was a debacle. So that I'll get into at the end of the wrap up for this. And then I just want to make it noted that I go into a little bit about what I bought. I am doing a second series now of what did I buy and why did I buy it? Because I realize some people may not really want to get into a whole lot of that type of educational part of it. They just want to see the shopping. So I have started now where I will be doing that as a secondary. So I will try to put a link down below that will also be there for my video on what exactly I bought, and I show you that. So let's get into the shopping. All right, I pulled up, I believe, to the house, but there is not a house number on it. There are a few people milling around. I guess I would be 6th, so we will go and see what this is. There's 2 other people working up, so looks like they're going to beat me there. So now I'll be behind them. So let's see. This was really kind of
Said $8.
Let's remember this. Oh, it's got a big crack in it.
If you will. You're welcome. You can leave that stuff down here so you don't have to carry it around, but then someone might pick it up.
I think we're ready here if you're ready.
It's cute. I don't know what it is, but
Random stuff. I don't know if this works though. Find that out. Doesn't come with
I don't know what
Downstairs on the corner.
also the antennas.
the point of it is.
It is really cute. Hopefully it works.
Looks like Hallmark. It's really cute. I remember these when we were kids. Oh, how cute. I already shopped. I got to do videos. I'm coming back. Looks like a Hallmark piece too. She got a pair of cutting yours, but I guess they're wrong. It's got the same. Buttons are yours cute.
Okay, that's cute.
Yeah, and this is
What was on this one?
it
was 75.
Make it out of your way. You
Yeah.
go over there.
And this was.
Could you grab the bug zapper? Is that you?
My husband got it, yeah.
We put that in yesterday. So if you're
Those are worth anything.
like on your night, it's okay to contact me. Other designer bags that
Who knows, I could use those. Never seen them. I don't know what this thing was. It's cute. It's quite the step down. I thought these were interesting. No idea what they are. There's little bottles and stuff in there. No idea. What's all this? Some of these things. I just wonder if I should bundle this with these pieces. But yeah, I got enough. Lunar Louie. I don't know what this thing is. Maybe that's the Lunar Louie? Oh, kitchen stuff, case. Nativity isn't there. And she dropped a piece back here. I'll tell you that story in the car. It's not about her. There's some of those personal I just did not sell. I did not go through any of these. These are cute, but not cute enough. The Bubble Bear. I should look those up. I don't know if they're worth anything. Let's see. So he's got 25. I've seen that. I've seen them on sale before. Something about these little hugger things used to be cute when we were together. What about these 3 pieces too? But I haven't decided to pass it. Look in here. Used to be one of these same teddy bears. I thought this was a ginger jar at first, but and head out. So that was interesting because I've said before to always try and give these estate sale companies 3 shopping trips before you make an assessment. Now, the last time I saw this lady was back when I bought a bunch of Fisher Price stuff, and I said like I needed to be fired because I way overpaid. Today, I feel like I got quite a bit of good stuff. Catch my breath for a second. So this was the second day. I thought there was a 3-day, but this is a second day sale. They have a single day sale going on tomorrow. And I do think, according to my list, I think they had some good stuff, but yeah, no, I'm not having that one written down as something to try and go for. So in here, I will do a wrap up. There was a ton of elephant collectibles. I don't know what their fascination was. They apparently had some fascination with elephants. I know there's a significance that you want the trunk up. It's supposed to be a symbol of good luck. I didn't really see anything that didn't indicate that they weren't up. But anyway, I went in there targeting, there is a Mexican pottery nativity. I had carried back quite a few years ago a more miniature one, and I didn't sell a ton of them, but every year I brought them in, they did sell out. I happen to know from having a friend that was from Colombia that the nativity there is as much of a focal point for their holiday as what she told me, as like we would fixate on our tree. This particular one, I wasn't sure if it was even going to be there because I just felt that it was going to be something that people would desire, and I was surprised to see that it was there. And it is a much larger set. It's probably a 7 to 8 inch tall set, where I'm used to seeing them in a 2 to 3 inch set. They have this thing they do for, like, I guess the halo of the angels with these little ball things. I happen to know that they are a problematic piece in shipping, but like I said, I went into this thinking it was the small one, and when I saw it was the large one and it was $60 as is, I said, okay, for one, I want to see what the problem is. I honestly expected she was going to tell me it was one of those ball things off the top of the head of the Virgin Mary or an angel, and what she told me was that the wise men, when she undid it, were just in smithereens. Most of them are like a terracotta pottery kind of thing, so I can believe that if you're not careful with them, that you're going to see them disintegrate. So when we got there, and I wish I had taken the video, I honestly, it slipped my mind. It truly did. I thought about it when I was in line, and I was, doing that video, and then I got in the house and just went out my head. So she was trying to assess it with me, and she was showing me that, I think it was the angel, has a hand missing, but she had the piece that you could glue back on. And she told me about the piece that was smashed. So we were going through, and she knocked over one of the animal pieces. So this should have been $30 because it was half off today. And this is the lady where, when I did the episode, I talk about trying, like I should be fired because of the mistakes, the very elementary mistakes I made. And I was doing it again today, trying to add up in my head what she was charging. And when she gave me my total, I really didn't feel like it was that crazy. I know I have 5 candles. They are this Homeworks brand. I don't exactly know. I did some comps. I didn't look up the specific scents because for $5, the scents were nice enough, honestly, that I would just keep them for myself. I like that they have these discs in them. I was afraid this may be like a Walmart brand or something, but they really don't come across as being that. I did hear somebody talk about a lot of the brands in the house were QVC. I don't even watch TV, so I really don't know the QVC brands. Maybe that's where this is from. But like I said, these brands, you can kind of tell the better oils when people use in candles. I don't know how else to explain that. So that was $25. She told me that she charged me $20 on the nativity. So that right there is $45 of the $125. And I used to carry a brand called Barrington, and they had a whole collection of baby stuff, which truthfully, for the baby stuff, they were probably like my favorite in how soft they were, the materials they used and their designs and all. They were just so cute. And then they had a collection that was basically bears in different outfits, and they would come out with different ones for the different holiday seasons and stuff, and I used to sell them pretty well. This bear looked to be that, but when I looked on the foot, there was a button, and I think it's a Bradford Exchange. She just looked very decorative, ornate. I really, for $5, feel like she's easily going to be a $20 piece. Plus she had a wood stand to go with her that I'm going to include, which just, it's like including a light bulb with a lamp. It's not like a piece that's going to make more money, but it's going to give the person buying it a little bit more of an incentive to buy mine versus somebody else. The other stuff I got was, I did have more. She had more of those plastic pieces like I bought for the Halloween. There was 2 in there and she charged me $7. I don't know that that was really supposed to be for both. So I just felt that this sale, she was way more accommodating. I'm thinking that, you know, again, I don't know what demands the families put on them. And I don't know, just, you know, the first sale I saw her at, the dining room was completely covered with coins, somebody's coin collection. And it was probably a lot of responsibility on her shoulders. There was a comment I made that she actually sent somebody back to their car because their handbag was too large. So again, gotta give them 3 shopping trips. So this is my 2nd shopping trip with them. And like I said, I wasn't gonna completely write them off based on, you know, that I felt I overpriced the last time because I felt I was just as responsible and I didn't stop her to ask for pricing as she went along. Oh, another thing I bought was a brand new men's Carhartt jacket that's in a size 4X. I did look them up. There were some comps for that for $70. I paid, it was $50 originally and I paid half, so I got that for $25. So that's where I felt like I really wasn't overpaying because $25 for the candles, $25 for the jacket, $20 for the nativity. That's like $70 right there. So I paid $124. I know I have some small trinkets in there that are the elephant ones that are brass and stuff. So I'll do a show and tell. It is now 10:46. I'm a little bit past my deadline, but not too bad. So the next thing I want to hit is I am going to go to this sale that I have the address for and this supposed citywide one, and I'll report back. So now I really know I did well because I forgot about the Rushton and I paid $124. The coat was $25. I got 5 of these candles, which was $25. The Rushton was $25. She told me she charged $20 for the nativity. I don't know if that was before or after the damage. I do believe, like I said, she broke me and then took half off because I think she really felt bad. It is about 2:30 and I was going to go. So somebody who posted that starting at 2 o'clock, they were going to be having like this vintage Christmas sale. And they were supposed to be having Shiny Bright and blow molds and all these desirable vintage Christmas stuff, which is right in my wheelhouse, right? So it showed up in my local feed and it was one of the local towns. And the address literally fit as one in this town. It was Lorraine, which I don't know how many towns have a Lorraine Avenue in it, but you can comment down below. Maybe your town does. I don't have one in my particular town. The only one I happen to know of was the town that they were saying that this woman was from, but they had her profile as being in Bismarck, North Dakota. But we have all kinds of scenarios, don't we? That maybe she's liquidating somebody's sale that's here and her profile picture was like a flower or something. So I had nothing to go off of. And I took a screenshot and I went to go back and look today, and I have had the worst time trying to find this post. I never found the post. I did a search and I found her and messaged her and I said, "Are you still holding this sale today?" And she said, "Yes." I said, "Can you confirm the address?" Because Lorraine was missing the E off the end of it. And I wasn't sure that because the screenshot didn't get the full thing, because you can only get so much in a screenshot, right? So she gives me the address and I was like all ready to go. And something told me, "Kristen, just confirm with her that this is this particular town." And I sent it to her and she's like, "Where?" I said, "Is this your town?" She's like, "I'm in Bismarck, North Dakota." If you haven't known, I'm in southern New Jersey. I've mentioned this. I'm like, there is... What the funny thing is, I have family in North Dakota and one of them lived in Bismarck for many, many years. I couldn't recall if my aunt and uncle, this was the town that they had moved from and we're now like 10 minutes away. And my aunt is one who loves going to yard sales and estate sales and all that kind of stuff. And it wouldn't be really out of the realm that this could be a sale she's going to. So I had to do some math afterwards, because I'm thinking, if she's going, and the woman, I said to her, I would love to see the pictures that you were going to post, but I can't find your post again. So the woman winds up sending me 7 pictures of all the stuff set up for her yard sale. So, you know, I'm sitting at Starbucks with the friend that I went to meet to go through the, you know, the mini brand stuff I bought and just have, you know, catch up session. And I'm salivating over this stuff that she's, you know, going to have there, when I realized that it's not near me. I'm not going now. And I'm like, so I sent her a message and I just said, some of the things I'd liked are smaller. Would you be willing to ship? And I don't hear anything. And something told me to do a reverse Google image search on one of the pictures and some of the items in the picture. So what do I find? 3 of the items I got in my last week haul that I think I paid like $1 for the 3 of them is known as the Hallmark Happy Tappers. I'll put some comps up. I got them $3 for $1 last week. Yeah. So this woman has 5 of them together on a table. I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. Now I'm about ready to die, because she ain't anywheres I could even think I'm going to be traveling to. And she hadn't get back to me about whether or not she was willing to ship. Luckily, in the drive to where I am at my inspiration point, is her contacting me and apologizing she got super busy and wanting to confirm what exactly it was, that yes, she'd be happy to ship. So I pulled over, because I was on a little back road. I pulled over, sent her screenshots of the stuff I wanted, and send it off. And then like 2 minutes to where I'm at now. And in that interim, she emails me back and is trying to confirm something. And I'm trying to make these videos. And finally she says, can you just call me? I said, sure. So I call her. First, she tells me that those Happy Tappers are sold, because she's not quite sure, because I said, it looks like a snow globe kind of thing. She's like, oh no, they must have sold. Well, here she had them in front of something called Snow Memories. I'm going to tell you, I was never as educated on Hallmark collectible Christmas stuff until this whole changing of coming into this new eBay store. And I'm like, my mind is blown. I'm going to just tell you right now, my mind is blown on what people are willing to pay and the collectibles in Hallmark for Christmas. So she has 2 of those collections. I need to get home and do a little bit more evaluating. I committed to the Happy Tappers because she wants $80 for the 5. From what I'm seeing, they're selling for probably at least double that. I think once I combine them into the 3 I already have, I think I'm going to be able to, do very well with them. Committed to a few other ornaments that I know to be vintage, and some tiny deer that I wanted. And I think that was it. Oh, she did have what's known as beeswax ornaments. Those, I have some candles that are standing up like figural. I really love the ones I have. She had the 12 Days of Christmas and damaged and broke one. I was surprised at how much beeswax will hold up. I really did not think in all the years I've kept them that they would be that sturdy and still. I mean, I do not put them in my attic. I do keep them in the house so that they aren't really getting overheated, but I was really surprised at how much they will keep. But I did look them up. They're not that desirable. What she wants $35 for 11 days of Christmas now, and I don't even think I could get that on eBay. So sadly, I'm gonna not take those. I told her I would text her if I'm adding those on, and I'm just looking at my list. So I'm gonna be buying another about $100 worth of stuff because of these Happy Tappers are being $80 for the 5. So I did, like I said, I did look them up. I think the cheapest for one I found was like $28. And if you add 80 by 5, I'm like what, $13 or something like that. So I don't feel that, bad. So what is it, 80? No, should be an odd number like that. 5, 80 gives me 3. So it's 16 a piece. The cheapest I saw, like I said, was the $28. She indicated if there's some reindeer one, that would be the most difficult. And my understanding is you had to go in every week to make the purchase for the next one, which made it hard because I guess the last week was the reindeer one, and I guess by then you were tired of going out to shop for these things. So that's what I had going on from today. I really hope you enjoyed the shopping. Like I said, unfortunately, I didn't do much at the estate sale, but I did try to go back in. The only thing I didn't show was the upstairs. There was 2 rooms, and there wasn't a ton of stuff. There was some bags and shoes in the one room that were really kind of had been picked over. There was a lot of bags that were new, but the names weren't really anything that I could recognize. And my understanding, because there was a woman there shopping who does these bag bingos or bingo bags. If you're not familiar with those, I'll kind of give you an idea that it's just bingo, and the prizes that you win are handbags, designer handbags, usually Coach. So my understanding, she was there because she was looking to buy them as part of the fundraiser, and these names were very common for a QVC. So they looked nice. I mean, whatever it may be. So I'm wondering if my candles are a QVC kind of item. I don't know. We'll see. But like I said, worst case scenario, I keep them for myself. No big deal. And that's the only thing you really missed. There was, like I said, 2 rooms. One had a bunch more of the elephants. This house was just from floor to ceiling almost. It seemed like of elephants. They loved elephants. So I'm going to say bye for now. I appreciate your time in watching, and I would really appreciate if you'd hit the subscribe button down below to help me build this channel. But it also put my future videos in your feed, and I would really appreciate a thumbs up if you got any inspiration or any knowledge, or you just enjoyed watching this. Like I said, leave me some comments down below. What did I miss? What should I have picked up for? I don't know. And I'm going to catch you on the next one. Bye for now.